Good evening and welcome tonight. I'm so excited to be in conversation with Alyssa Milano, a talented actress and a fierce and an unapologetic activist on behalf of people in the planet. My name is Janet Nudelman, and I have served as the Director of Program and Policy for Breast Cancer Prevention Partners for the last 19 years. Welcome, Alyssa.
Thank you so much
So,
for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, it is our pleasure, our absolute pleasure. So, one of the things I love most about you is that you're not afraid to use your voice to speak out on behalf of issues that matter to you and that actually make the world a better place. One of the things that was really interesting, though, is when I saw you tweeting on behalf of a BCPP sponsored bill, AB 2762, the California Toxic Free Cosmetic Act. And I'm just wondering what got you interested in this issue?
Well, I think, normally I find my issues because there is just so much to fight for and fight against. And I think I've sort of earned this reputation when it comes to policy that I will go out on a limb and use my voice for things that I believe in. So originally, a California legislator had contacted me and said, we have this bill. Let me send you some information. Um, and I have to tell you, when she sent me the information, I was appalled that there are so many chemicals in our cosmetics and our products, things like shampoos and deodorants. And, um, I didn't understand why it was a state bill. First of all, I was like, this should be a federal
Mhm.
bill. We should be, eliminating all of these toxins from our products on a federal level, not just a state level. Um, and I think women's health is really important, and I think it's an important thing to fight for, especially because it seems like no matter what, we have to fight for it. Um, and having toxins in our cosmetics is just another example of how that fight needs to be fought.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, one of the most shocking things about that bill, which banned 24 of the worst toxic chemicals from beauty and personal care products sold in California, is that all 24 of those chemicals were already banned from cosmetics sold in the European Union, but allowed to be present in beauty products sold in the US. And
That's right.
the majority of the chemicals are linked to breast cancer. Many of the chemicals increase our susceptibility to COVID-19 or slow recovery from the disease if people get it.
And we just have to do a better job. We are very good in this country at being reactionary. We're not very good at being preemptive.
Yeah, no, it's exactly right. I mean, one for me, one of the most mind-bending factoids is with passage of AB 2762, California banned more than two times the number of chemicals restricted or banned by the Federal Food and Drug Administration. So yes, California is leading the way, but at the same time, the federal government is really asleep at the wheel in terms of protecting our health.
And I think that this is also, part of the bigger issue of money in politics and how, people lobby for their product. They don't want to change anything. So you have these big corporations like Johnson and Johnson and whoever creating these products that are harmful and then being able to have the money to support candidates that they know are going to not put forth legislation and rules around these chemicals being in our products. So it really
Yeah.
is a tricky situation that I'm hopeful that we are able to at least educate and empower our young girls and women on um, these chemicals that are in these products so that they can continue the fight.
Yes, indeed. And this leads me to a second question that I wanted to ask you. You are a flurry and were a literal flurry of activity in the last election cycle. Forbes called you one of the most visible unelected political forces in America. And I'm wondering, what are you most excited and most hopeful about in terms of the new leadership in Washington, D.C., and what they might be able to accomplish?
As their platforms were sort of rolling out, there was so much to be excited about. But then once they started really hiring people in the administration, that made me the most excited because they are so diverse. They are from all walks of life. And they are so incredibly smart and competent. And I think that is almost the most exciting part because they reflect what the American people look like. And so I'm just really excited to see what we can do in the next 4 years, and also to just have an administration that understands the intersectionality of
Right.
all of these issues and how they are all connected. And until we equal that playing field, um, we will never be the country that we aspire to be. So I'm very hopeful that through this administration, there is a new day and new hope. And, if I can do anything along the way to, of course, help people and be that liaison and that bridge between the voice of the voiceless and the administration, I'm so happy to do so.
Well, that was so beautifully said. And I can see now why I've always felt like we're such kindred spirits. Because at Breast Cancer Prevention Partners, it's our mission to connect the dots between environmental health and justice and racial and social equity and remove the obstacles that so many women, particularly women of color, experience.
When this pandemic is over, let's go to DC and lobby together.
Okay, I so look forward to that. And I want to thank you for your passion and for your courage and for using your celebrity to make the world a better place. We're just so lucky to have you uh, fighting the good
Thank you.
fight on behalf of these issues and on behalf of breast cancer prevention. Thank you so much.
It's truly an honor to be of service. Thank you.